Welcome to another episode of Mediocre Dads. I'm your host, Quan Wilcox. I'm really excited to get into this episode because it's near and dear to my heart, and it's kind of it's why I'm doing Mediocre Dads. It's in part why I'm doing Mediocre Dads. As you can tell from behind me, this is not my average setup or my normal setup, and that is because I'm in a hotel. Not going to tell you where, but I'm in a hotel. So I figured, why not do something that's important and something that really speaks to me and tends to speak to me, especially when I'm gone from the family, and that is being gone from the family. It's only for a short time. I'm only going to be away from them for 2 weeks, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still tough. It's one of those things, and where you're gone and things are still happening back home. It's not like things stop and then, you come back and then they pick up right back again where you left off. No, life moves on. Life continues for them, for your family. And then you're just kind of, you miss those things, and it stinks. It's really unfortunate because it's one of the parts about being in the military that I don't enjoy, because I miss some of those moments that are precious, or they might be precious to my wife or to the kids when they happen, but I'm not there for them, and that kind of stings. It stings a little bit, because Lord knows I want to be there for them for those moments, and so it's tough. Like I said, it's only 2 weeks. I've been gone for a lot longer. The longest I've been gone from them was 5 months, and that was when I was in Poland. I was gone for 5 months, and I enjoyed my time in Poland, but I missed some big things. I missed my daughter's birthday, and the birthdays are the hardest. Missing those are the hardest, because it's everybody likes people at their birthday parties, right? Little girls, little boys like their family and their friends at their birthday parties. They especially like when their parents are at their birthday parties, and when they're not there, they know it. And she knew it. She knew I wasn't there, right? She had this party, and I wasn't there, and I wanted to be, but I wasn't, and I couldn't be. And it, like I said, it stings, because I want to be there for those moments. And it just, when you're not, it stings. I don't know any other word or any other way to put it, but it stung not being there for her birthday. But there's a silver lining. I know it's doom and gloom. This episode seems so far, but there's a silver lining, and it teaches you to cherish the moments you are there. It teaches you to cherish every single moment that you can be there, you can be present with them, because if you're in the profession that I'm in, or if you're in a profession that causes you to, or forces you to be gone often, then every moment that you get with them, every moment that every extra moment you get with them, you cherish it, and you enjoy it, and you make it last, because you want to make those moments memorable, almost to make them forget the times that you were gone. And I said this in my first episode when I was talking about my dad and him being a pilot, but truthfully, I don't remember a lot of the times he was gone. I knew it was kind of part of our battle rhythm, if you will, of him being gone, but I don't remember him being gone for long periods of time. I remember him being there when it mattered. When it mattered to me, when I wanted him to be there, he was there. And I'm sure there were times when it didn't matter, he was still there. But again, the memories in my head, when it mattered, he was there. And that is one of the things as a dad that I want to do for my kids. When it matters, I'm there. And birthdays are important, so I can't make all the birthdays. I can't even make all Christmases, but when am home, we make the most of it. I was hanging out with the family, and I got some time off, and we went camping, and my oldest, she was like, Dad, let's stay here for a long time, because she doesn't understand time yet. It's not conceptualized to her like how time works. So a long time is kind of like, like a few hours, you know what I mean? Or like a week to her. Like a long time is like a week to her in that instance, talking about camping. She's like, but let's stay here for a long time. And because she was so happy, so excited that we were camping and we were doing it together, and she enjoyed it. She was genuine enjoyment that she enjoyed. And to see the smile on her face, and even though it wasn't the most comfortable time, right? She was sleeping on we rented an RV, so she was sleeping on the table that turns into a bed, not the most comfortable thing. And then we had the bed with the little one, but she still had the best time of her life. We had fire every night. We did s'mores every night. That was exciting, even under the pressure of rain, because it was supposed to rain the entire time we were out there, but we still made the trip. But by the way, it didn't rain, but it was supposed to, so I'm happy it didn't. So with it supposed to rain, we still made the most of it. We brought the dogs. We were on the lake. The dogs were chasing the stick in and out of the lake, swimming and all that stuff. And then at our campsite, we had this little corner lot. We had this corner lot, and so we had this large grass area, and we were able to run around, do different things, take pictures, and like just enjoy ourselves. We went on walks and saw all these different things. And I'm getting off topic, but needless to say, the camping trip was fun, but she enjoyed it, and it was for her. It was meant for her. I wanted to go camping because I enjoy camping. I went camping as a kid. If you talked to me as a kid and said, "Hey, let's go camping," I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to go camping. But now, as an adult, for whatever reason, all I want to do is go camping. So thank you, Mom and Dad. But she enjoyed it. She loved it. And we're going to do it again. And she's excited for us to do it again. She wants to do those things like that because she enjoys spending time with us. And, it's moments like those that it wasn't during any special occasion. We had time. I had time off, and we were able to go do that, and we did it, and she enjoyed it. It's one of those things she'll remember for a very long time, if not forever. And so that's what I'm saying is, dads, when you're gone, when you're home, when you're not home, and you're going to be gone for some time, and you come back, cherish that. Cherish those moments with your kids. I'm not saying take them camping or take them to the beach or take them to some extravagant event. But I'm saying make the most of it. We have dance parties in my house. It's unofficial dance parties. So me and the girls, I'll throw on some country music. And my favorite country artist, oh my gosh, for the life of me, what is his name? I say my favorite and I can't even remember his name. Zach Bryan. I'll throw on a playlist by Zach Bryan, and then just the songs will come up and they'll be playing, and then me and the girls, I'm holding my youngest, me and the girls are just having a dancing party, and it's so fun. And now my oldest even asked, can we have a dancing party? And we make the most of it, those moments that we have together, small moments to me, right? Truthfully, they're small moments, but big moments for her. And I'm sure my little one, as she gets older, and starts realizing things, what's going on more around her, they're going to be big moments for her, and that's all that matters. Big moments, and I smile. It makes me smile because I think back to those moments and how happy both of them were as we're dancing. And I love country music, but I don't know if my oldest likes country music yet. I'm trying to get her to like country music, but she dances to it. And so now it's gotten to the point where we get in the car and she goes, Dad, play the songs about when he talks about blood. because in one of his songs he mentions blood, and then that's all she remembers. And so she, I'm thinking she liked country music now, but she remembers, she knows, she's familiar with those moments. One of her favorite songs right now is "Close on Sunday" by Kanye West, and I just happen to be listening to it on repeat because there's a particular part in that song that it really resonates with me. And it's towards the end of the song. If you're watching the music video, it's towards the end of the song where he's standing up on that cliff, and it starts with like "Stand Up for My Home," whatever. But so that part to the end of the song really resonates with me, and so I just found myself listening to that song on repeat, partially due to my ADHD, because I just have to be listening to this. I just have to have it on repeat because when I really like something, I really like something. And but anyway, so I was listening to that song, and it's gotten to the point she knows most of the words to that song, so we will sing that song together because she knows that song. She enjoys that song. And the excitement that comes on her face when she asks, she's like, "Dad, turn on that song," because she knows, she associates that song with the activity that we did. Like I said, we had a dance party. For my setup, I have some lights and all that stuff, and so I set up my lights and kind of created a little dance studio for us, and I recorded us dancing and singing that song. And so, like, again, that was just the enjoyment that she got from spending time with Dad. Small moment for me, but big moment for her because she gets to spend time with me. And, I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm just trying to give it to you guys, my personal experience in my personal life of how cherishing those moments they're not for you. Let's just be real. They're not for you. It's not about you. It's about them. And they enjoy those moments. And they enjoy those moments because the smile on their face, and when they're able to say, "Dad, you remember when we did this?" That's when you know they're enjoying those moments. That's when you know those moments are big moments for them. I have, let's just call it 11 years left in the military, which is a little less than that, but let's just call it 11 years. I have 11 years left. I'm probably going to deploy again. It could be within this year, or it could be within next year or coming years, whatever the case might be. But there is a good chance that I will deploy again, and I will be away from them. And while it stings to know that I'm going to be leaving and missing those moments, I have to make the most of every moment I have before I leave and when I come back. When I went to Kuwait and I came back, I was gone for 4.5 months. I went to Kuwait, and I would FaceTime them every night. There's a huge time gap between Kuwait and, at the time, it was North Carolina. And so for me, I had to be I was talking to them late at night, for them early in the morning, and I didn't necessarily feel or see that I was missing anything because I would FaceTime them every night and we'd have conversations. And I didn't feel like I was missing anything, so I was okay. I was okay. It wasn't until I got off the plane and I landed in the Fayetteville airport. I'm walking down the steps, and then I come around the corner, and who do I see? It's my oldest and my wife standing there. My oldest has a sign, and she doesn't even recognize that I'm back yet. She's kind of running around, being rambunctious or whatever the case might be. It's a small airport, so it doesn't really matter. But she's running around being rambunctious, and I take a moment, I see her, and then I make eye contact with my wife. She sees me because she's looking for me, of course, and she goes, "Hey, look who it is." And she turns around, and she's like, "Dad." And my heart just, it it broke a little because then it made me realize how old she had gotten. It had only been 4 months. And I realized I missed so much. And I didn't want to miss anything else. I didn't want to miss anything else. And I do what I do for them, for her, for my wife, for my daughters. But it's so hard because I don't want to miss anything else. I want to be there for every moment, every single moment. I said this in my first episode, and I'll keep saying it. You'll hear me repeat myself over and over again. Being a dad is the only thing that I ever wanted to do in my life, and I'm doing it. And there's at times I'm very ungrateful for the fact that this is all that I ever wanted. But then I have to be reeled back into and moments like that reel me back in, to be honest with you, to make me realize, hey, you wanted this. Seize the moment. Be the best that you can be, because this is what you asked for. This is what you prayed for when I was growing up. That's what I prayed for. I wanted to be a dad. I wanted the opportunity to be a dad because, yes, I had a dad, but I was adopted, right? And I wanted my kids to know their real dad, the real me, the one. I wanted them to be able to, and I wanted to be there so I can answer the questions that they have to say, why am I the way I am? Or they can see it for themselves to say, oh, I'm this way because my dad is this way. And even now for myself being adopted, I have a lot of my dad's traits. My dad is one of those dudes who will be leaving, and for whatever reason, and within his goodbyes is a 2-page essay. And I don't know if you know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is he has so much more he's going to say, and he's going to try to get it all out within that goodbye, rather than say, all right, hey, let's pick up this conversation another time. So my dad does that. He does that, but I do that. I find myself saying, all right, well, I got to go. But then 10 minutes later, I'm talking to this person still. I'm like, oh my goodness. They're probably like, yo, didn't you tell me you have to go and you're still talking to me? So those are some of those things I got from my dad. But again, I want my kids to be able to see like yo, that's why I am the way I am, because of him, that man right there. And that's so important to me. It's so important to me because I just don't want, I just, like I said, being a dad is an amazing feeling. It's an amazing thing when you walk through that door and your kids and the first thing that greets you is your dad, and you just, everything else doesn't matter. You can have a terrible day. Kids saying dad is like, oh my gosh, this is why I'm here. You could have the best day of your life. You could get the best news from work. You can get the promotion that you always dreamed of, the position you always dreamed of, the best day at work. You come home and your kids are like, Dad, and that news is still fresh in your mind and your heart. You're like, oh, this is great. But then your kids say, Dad, and you're kind of like, oh, forget that for a second. Everything that I've worked for to get to this point has come full circle, and it's for them. And they don't even know. They don't even know it, but I did it for them. If without them, I don't know where I would be, or if I would be able to get to that realm of success that I was hoping to, or that I had just made it to. And you want to thank them, and you hug them, and you kiss them, but they don't really understand. They're just kind of like, okay, Dad, all right, I said hello, get off me. I'm gonna go do whatever kids that age do when they greet their dads. But I say all this to say because being a dad is awesome, and I'll say this every video. Before I close, I'll say this every video, and it's probably gonna get annoying to you, but I don't even care. Being mediocre is a choice. Refuse to be mediocre. I'm Quan Wilcox. Thank you for tuning into Mediocre Dads. Like, subscribe, follow on Facebook and Instagram, Mediocre Dads, and we're gonna keep bringing you this content because I need to, because like I said, talking about my kids and the happiness that they bring to motivate and inspire people to be better dads is all I want. And what better way to do that but through this? So again, being mediocre is a choice. Refuse to be mediocre. I'm your host, Quan Wilcox. Until next time, see you then.